Nuggets or the field in the Western Conference to make the NBA Finals?
Well, we planted this one already.
The field. No, but
I think the field is a smarter pick, right? Even if we bet the Nuggets, even we're like predicting the Nuggets to either win it all or just get back to the finals. I think you look at, you have the Lakers, you have the Warriors, you have the Suns, Clippers if they're healthy. I don't know if we're still saying that these days, but Clippers if they're healthy, the field for them to get through, I think, will be tougher than what it was last season, health permitting. But still, I don't think the Lakers did anything to address defensively how you even just throw bodies at Jokic. The Warriors are going to have Looney, but that's it. The Suns, maybe a healthy Nurk. Maybe.
And it's just probably really hard to repeat. And it's really hard to get back to that place. The only thing that now, as we're talking about this, is giving me pause. LeBron went to 9 straight finals? Just because he was by far the best player in the league. And obviously he had 2 great teams surrounded by some offensive juggernauts in Cleveland. And then one really bad Cleveland supporting cast or mediocre supporting cast that he carried to the finals. Jokic might be at that level. Jokic might be at.
Let's relax.
Why not? Why
let's
not?
Relax. Why not?
Yeah.
Do you think Jokic is the second best player ever?
No.
Okay, then what are we doing?
But I think there's a gap between Jokic and the second best player in the league that could be similar to the gap between LeBron and the second best player in the league when he was going. Jokic is just far better.
I want you to watch the first week. I want you to watch the first week of Bucks basketball, and then tell me that there is a massive gap between Jokic.
He's
and
not
Giannis.
in. He's not in the West.
I think to Jay's point, though, it's yes, no, Jokic is not the second best player of all time, but what made LeBron the second best player of all time was the longevity of what he was doing. But Jokic, the level he's at, now, if Jokic played at this level for the next 13 years.
Sure, then
we consider it, right?
So you think Jokic is that much better than Steph?
I think in terms of well, okay, so let's. But when LeBron was the best player in the world, who was the second best? Steph.
KD,
right?
KD
Was there that much of a difference between LeBron and Steph in terms of greatness during those stretches?
During those stretches, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So even still, you're talking about watch the Bucks and see if there's that big of a gap between Jokic and Giannis. There isn't, but it's probably similar to the difference between LeBron and Steph when they were playing, when they were at their best.
Steph dragged a Warriors team last year that hated each other, and they were still top 6 in the West. They had the 3rd worst record on the road simply because Steph was that good. Steph is still lights out of this world. I don't think there's that massive gap between Jokic and Steph that we're talking about here.
I don't think there's a massive.
Now, if you want
gap.
to say the 2 teams, sure, the 2 teams are constructed in very different ways, but I think that's wild to start comparing Jokic to that LeBron run.
I'm just saying, if a team is going to just win the conference repeatedly, it's going to be because their best player is just far better than yours. And it happened with Steph when the Warriors were on that run, and it happened with LeBron. I just think Jokic might be at that level.
I don't know about that. I think you just picked the Suns to go to the finals. What are you talking about?
This is what I'm talking about. We're just going to gloss over everything Jay does.
Yeah.
I picked the Thunder for 2 things, and all of a sudden, but then Jay can just flip-flop all day.
My favorite coach ever for Coach of the Year.
Oh, that was a really good Adam Sandler impression.